Hello watch friends. Patek Philippe is one of the most prestigious watch brands in the world, and as such even the cheapest nastiest Patek will set you back a few £1,000s, never mind popular sporting models like the Nautilus. The watch I have to show you today is heavily inspired by a Patek which commands a price tag upwards of £10,000 on the used watch market, yet this watch cost me just £67 including shipping. It came in this snazzy blue box, which looks decent but actually it feels a bit cheap and flimsy. I'm not sure if it's the original box or just a random Rotary branded box, but it doesn't really matter because it's only going to get stashed in a drawer anyway. So this is the Rotary GS77800/25, and it's a bit of a looker. I bought this watch on eBay, and as most of you will know, buying a used watch on eBay is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, but this one is almost perfect. It's like new, there's not a single scratch or ding, and the original sticker is still on the case back. I emailed Rotary and they told me that this model was produced in 2004. Even after all this time, it certainly hasn't been worn more than a handful of times and works perfectly. If you're familiar with Patek, you will know the Gondolo series of watches, which has existed for over 100 years and is named after the famous Brazilian retailer Gondolo and Laborio. It started out as a collection of pocket watches, but in modern times the name has become closely associated with tank-style dress watches like the 5024G. Looks familiar, doesn't it? There are differences, of course. The Patek is white gold and features a manual wind movement, but as far as physical resemblance goes, it's uncanny. If you are going to rip off a watch design, you can do a lot worse than ripping off Patek Philippe. Anyway, let's take a closer look at this wonderful Rotary watch. The stepped case is made of stainless steel, and it has a wonderful tank shape with a subtle curve and a completely polished finish. It measures 38mm long by 26mm wide, with a thickness of around 7mm. There's an unsigned crown and a solid case back with written specifications. The dial is a gorgeous salmon colour with a small second subdial. There's a printed railroad minute track, a Rotary logo beneath the 12 o'clock, and applied Breguet numerals with a high polished finish. The hands are a beautiful leaf shape which perfectly suit the styling of the watch. The crystal is slightly curved too. If I had to guess, I would say it's a mineral crystal, but I don't know for sure. Water resistance is 50 meters, which is fine for a dress watch. The movement is a basic quartz movement. Again, I don't have too much information on it. It comes on this black Croc Effect genuine leather strap, and I have to say, it's actually really quite nice, unlike a lot of affordable watch straps. It even has the original buckle, which might just be my favourite part of the watch. It's really lovely. It actually feels like some care went into the execution of this watch, and it wasn't just cobbled together. The lug width is 20mm, and the strap is perhaps a tiny bit loose on my 6-inch wrist, even on the tightest setting. So what's the verdict? Well, I think it's absolutely stunning. I like it even more in the flesh than I thought I would. The case shape, the dial, a salmon dial can look so classy when done right, and for just £67 it's ridiculously good. Find me a better watch in this style for the money. The case is perhaps slightly bigger than I would prefer for my personal style, but for most people the proportions are going to be perfect. It'll look fantastic with a nice suit or other smart attire for sure. Rotary is one of those brands that few enthusiasts pay attention to, mostly because its models are decent but unremarkable. But I like to think that every watch brand has at minimum at least a gem or two in the catalogue, and I've certainly found one here. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.